I'm Black Dragon. Welcome to another edition of Black Dragon Biker TV. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. Man, we are in the week of Christmas here in a few days. Hope everybody's going to be doing great for this Christmas holiday. Here in 2021, 2020 has been tough. And if you know anybody that's having any issues, make sure to check on them. Because suicide prevention is upon all of our minds. Hey, listen, we deal with Motorcycle Club protocol, Motorcycle Club social construct, biker social construct, biker lifestyle, and travel and stuff like that on motorcycles. If that kind of stuff appeals to you, please consider giving us a like and a follow on our channel here, and we would absolutely appreciate that. I'm Black Dragon, your host, and this is going to be my first or at least my first in a long time. I can't remember ever doing this. An actual real reaction video where I play somebody else's video, another content creator's video, and I have a reaction to it. And this is the first time I've actually done that. Now, sometimes, you know, I've been on the show and we've had channels go back and forth and attack each other and that kind of stuff. And that's not what this is. This is by no means an attack on the content creator himself. He's got a huge following. And so this is not a personal attack on a person. This is actually a critique of the information that was put out in one of his shows and a reaction to it. I believe that if we're going to do this MC protocol stuff, which for me it's been about 5 years, and you guys come to our channels. You come to our channels with this idea that you are looking for information that's going to make your life better, your motorcycle club life better, hanging out on the set better, easier to get your motorcycle club started because you know information that like it was not even available when I was young and getting started into this. So that's what we do this for. And I think it's important that if we're going to hold ourselves out as the holy grail of MC culture or the Black Dragon Biker TV or whatever it is that we're going to hold ourselves out as, it's important that we give good, solid information, especially for people that need this information, because sometimes in some of the things that we're doing, unfortunately, in a biker club, in the motorcycle club world, putting a patch on your back can sometimes mean that you have to defend that patch, and it could ultimately cost you your life. This has happened to many, many people. So we have these channels so that you can have more fun motorcycling and not have to deal with the BS because you know the protocols, you know what to expect because we explain it to you. So when I was looking at this video, I didn't think that the explanation was clear enough. I didn't think that it gave enough information for the gentleman who put a lot of thought behind his questions and really needed to have them answered, especially because we're going to be on a touchy subject, which is being a nomad in a motorcycle club or having a nomad motorcycle club or nomad chapter. And this is a touchy situation in the motorcycle club world. And for some reasons that we're going to get to when we talk about the culture and being in the, starting a motorcycle club, being in the biker culture and RC, anything like that, where you got a bunch of guys together with cuts on and colors on their backs. This is regulated. This is regulated stuff, and not by some legal authority. I know this is the United States, I know, and you can do whatever you want, I know. But there are some people that want to do it easier, more easily. And they are more willing to accept the protocols than other people that want to go about it the hard way. And it just really depends on your age and where you're from and the things that you do. But really, there are a lot of people that prefer to do things more easy. They're not trying to put their life on the line to ride a motorcycle in a club, but yet they still want club life. And that's there. The brotherhood, the sisterhood, the camaraderie, it's there if you learn how to do it correctly. And I want to say this, starting off, all motorcycle club protocol is local. So what they do in Chechnya, they might not do in San Diego. And what they do in the UK, they might not be doing in Memphis, Tennessee. Even though it might be Memphis, UK, Memphis, Tennessee, they're going to be doing it different ways. So everything that I tell you, there's going to be, like in your area, maybe a different way to do it. So a lot of people say, well, I don't agree with everything Black Dragon says, but he speaks from his heart. And that's what I'm doing. I want you guys to know that there are other ways to do things. So as I talk about what this creator was talking about, I don't want you guys to think like I'm channel bashing or channel banging or cyber banging. I've moved past that in my life. Not that I haven't done it before. If you guys remember the Chuck Gines wars, they were epic. 3 years of a lot of wasted time BS and a lot of lost subscribers. I find that a lot of the subscribers watch us all, but I think it's important that we put out the right kind of information. And if somebody does a reaction video and calls you out on something, I hope that doesn't happen to me, but I know it could. In fact, it has happened so many times. So here we're going to move into this. This is important to me because this listener, this subscriber, is asking some very pointed questions, and he needs to understand what the hell is going on to get these questions answered, to perhaps get his dream of opening a motorcycle club. And, for you dreamers that open up motorcycle clubs, I think you guys are amazing. I have never opened up like the Black Dragon MC or something like that. Or, what would I call it? The Polo Riders, or I don't know what I would call it, but I've never opened up you dreamers. Now, I have opened up chapters, scores of chapters across the United States of America from coast to coast. But I have never just like dreamed of my own MC and opened it from start to finish. I've told many of you, I've helped many motorcycle clubs start. Many motorcycle clubs have called me and asked me how to do it, all the way from motorcycle clubs on reservations and Native American motorcycle clubs, all the way to you name the level of motorcycle club. I've helped many to open. But these are people that have called me and asked me, hey, can you help me? I've never done this myself. I just, you folks that dream of motorcycle clubs and actually get them open and get them to stand up 3 or 4 or 5 years or 10 or 15 or 20. You guys are the bomb. And I really think a lot about you folks. So we're going to get into this. We're going to look at this creator's response to the questions. And I'm playing the video so that I can respond to it. This is a reaction video. I'm reacting to what the creator said. I want to add clarity and more information that I believe was left out that I think is important. So we're going to get into it, and we're going to get into it right here, right now.
Manny.
What's going on, Manny? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Florida. What's up?
What's good with you, brother?
Check this out, bro. I was trying to get a hold of you. I wanted to have you answer a question for me.
Okay.
Now, I'm a carny. I'm, what we call with it. You know what I mean? When you travel with the carnival, we call with it. And there's a few of my buddies that own American-made motorcycles, too, and I wanted to start a club.
Yeah.
Well, as carnies, we travel all the time. So would that be considered a nomad? Or because I don't want to look like a fool going to a 1% club saying, hey, I want to start an MC, but don't know how to go about it.
So you saying that you're trying to start like a nomad situation because you move around a lot?
Yeah, we move around state from state, but I don't know if if it will be under a nomad because I live in Florida, but I know I can't rock that Florida bottom.
So let's stop it here. He's saying I live in Florida, and I know I can't rock that Florida bottom rocker, and it's an interesting concept here. He's asking, and to me, we're calling Manny. I believe that's what he said his name was. He's a guy who lives in Florida. He's a carny. He's with it. He's with the carnival situation. He travels with the carnivals, and they're called carnies, or they call themselves with it, as he explained. And if you know these kinds of cultures of people, there's carnies, and then there's circus people, and there's all kinds of people who will travel. There's the Cirque du Soleil people that will travel with these places that bring entertainment, or these organizations that bring entertainment or sales or carnivals or whatever, from city to city to city, and they have these seasons that they travel in, and they're truly nomadic people. Kind of like when I was in Ireland or Scotland or something, and I met gypsies, and I've met nomadic kinds of tribes of people before, and they really have a different life. Like I've known hobos that have a really incredible kind of adventurous life. So he's a carny. And he said a few things. He's aware of some things in here. One is, we're riding American motorcycles. And two, we want to start a motorcycle club situation. Three, he's aware of, hey, we move around. We're all over the place. So we want to make sure that whatever situation we start, we're safe in all the places that we go in. So it just occurs to him that is it natural to think that because we are a nomadic kind of people that we're starting a nomad MC with he says I'm from Florida and I know I can't wear the Florida bottom rocker, but he's aware in his mind that hey, I've got to travel. I want to travel, and is this going to be an issue based on where I'm going to be that's going to be different than what's on my back? And so, man, this guy is really alert and astute, and he's aware of the problems that he could face. And so what he's trying to do is get answers to these potential problems. So I think that the premise of the question is really cool. So let's listen. Let's listen a little more and see what we learn.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, would that be considered like a nomad group, or would it just be just a regular MC? You know what I mean? And just
see,
I'm trying to figure that out.
See, that's rough because if you do Nomad and you stay in the same area, like they see you all the time there, it could become an issue. You know what I mean? It really depends on where you at, who you know, what it's like where you're at. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a hard question to answer. You know what I mean?
And so here's my reaction to that. This is not a hard question to answer at all. It really doesn't have anything to do with any of those things that was just talked about by the creator. This is, although the question is sophisticated, I like Manny because he's thinking like, is this a nomad situation or am I just a regular MC? And this is not a tough question. You're not a nomad motorcycle club just because you travel. Period. End of story. But we're going to talk about it. Let's just take a look at this a little more and see what else we learn.
Because I know you're in Florida. What part of Florida is it?
Orlando.
Oh, in Orlando. Yeah, I would definitely like chop it up with somebody that you cool with, you know what I mean? And see what they know about it and get aligned with the right people, you know what I mean?
Got you.
Yeah, man, that was a great call, man. And like with the nomad stuff, it could get real sticky, depending on where you at, So it's a great question, how to move around. You going from state to state, and then they see that nomad rocker, and depending on what colors you got, they think you trying to open up for one of their rivals or something like that. It could get real sticky, Gotta have those conversations with the local, the local clubs or whatever.
So yeah, this could be a sticky situation if you're a 1%er trying to start a 1% motorcycle club somewhere. But this is not a sticky situation for 99%. Family motorcycle clubs, RCs, traditional MCs, this is not a sticky situation at all. It's just a matter of knowing the culture and what it is that you're trying to do and what things mean and the social construct behind being in the motorcycle club, nomadic, tribal, whatever you want to call it, world, and knowing the nomenclature, the language. And so, chopping it up with the right people, how do you know that you're speaking to the right people? You need to have a good understanding and a sense of what you're trying to do. So, Manny, let me help with this and try to clarify it just a little bit better. You see, there are words that are used around the world that mean different things. Like, for instance, and knowing what those things mean is the difference of when being in Rome, do as the Romans, to sticking out like a sore thumb and causing yourself trouble and grief. So let's just like the word cool, for instance. In some places, the word cool means it's really not comfortable outside, and you probably need a sweater if things are cool. Other places, if things are cool, then you really got a great situation. You're hip, everybody likes you. You're with it. You're in the in crowd. You're with it. You're doing all kinds of cool things. You are cool. So it could mean different things in different places. So the word nomad in the motorcycle club world is not particularly a club that travels around a lot, even though that might be what that nomad chapter or that nomad person, it might be what they do. But, Sons of Anarchy and stuff like that have made this just an incredibly cool term. But nomad in the biker world indicates somebody, in the motorcycle club world, I can say, indicates somebody that has been in the biker world a long time, belongs to a motorcycle club, a major motorcycle club. In most instances, it's going to be an outlaw motorcycle club or a one percenter motorcycle club, something that moves on that level, or a major traditional MC that can actually handle having someone with nomad on their back, because it means that it's a very sophisticated, mature, knowledgeable person who moves with the authority of a very senior officer in a motorcycle club. Or if it's a chapter, a nomad chapter, these are very senior officers within this chapter, and they handle a club business inside the club to club, internal club business, and external club business. And a lot of times, this is a guy that's working directly for the president or a region or a state or something like that. And it is someone who speaks with great authority, moves with great authority, travels with great authority, is well known, is well respected, regulates things. And that person is not you. And it's not your brand new, just now getting started MC. And putting something like that on your back is tantamount to putting the Florida rocker on your back. It's the same kind of thing. So you understand that there's an issue here, and you're understanding that you need to find out what clarification is. But what you needed to be given, what instructions you needed to be given were that your thought pattern wasn't off, but your language was off. You're not looking to start a nomad chapter at all. You were correct. Am I trying to do a nomad situation, or am I trying to do a regular MC? That's what I can't figure out. You're trying to do a regular MC. Even though you travel a whole lot, and even though you go from place to place to place, or whatever the case may be, as is in your lifestyle, there's some place that you spend in your off season. And that place that you spend in your off season, that's the city that you want to go to and talk to the dominants, the coalition, the chair, the 1%, the COC, whatever you got going on in your area. You go there where they're admitting new motorcycle clubs, and you sit down and you have that discussion with the people that are in charge. You're not chopping it up with somebody that may know, because they may not know. You want to go and talk to the people that are what does it take to have a blessed motorcycle club in this area that has no issues? What does that take? And they'll tell you. Now, I'm not going to promise you it's easy. Starting a motorcycle club is one of the hardest things you ever do. And I did a video called 10 Reasons Why Not to Start a Motorcycle Club. Why you should go hang out with one and become part of one that already exists. And you can still do all the same things you're talking about doing now. But, there are people that they just have to have their own motorcycle club. And I love those people. I think they're great people. And I give you guys advice and instruction, too. So you need to go to your local area dominant 1%er coalition COC and sit down with them to determine what's necessary to become a motorcycle club in this area. And then that is where you would discuss, oh, by the way, we travel a whole lot and we're going to be all over the place. So how do we have traveling blessings to make sure that wherever we go, we're safe and we're okay? And you may find out that if you're blessed by this coalition, you can go everywhere you want to go. Or there are certain places you can and certain places you can't go. And there are other things you could do. You could become a support club for a dominant motorcycle club, which would give you great traveling abilities in some areas and maybe restrict your traveling ability in other areas. These are things that you could consider. But really, for a single chapter, just starting a new club, you do have some issues that that a lot of single chapters don't see, unless they got hard booty riding cats that are riding that still across the country. Then they got the same issue you got, and they figured out those ways around that issue. Now, if you've got a national motorcycle club like I have, which you don't have, you're not starting with that, but our national motorcycle club, we have the same issues that we need to be cool wherever we're at. And we don't do that particularly riding around with Nomad patches on our backs. So that's the understanding of what it is that you're getting into is paramount for everything. You're not trying to, man, there are some places that if you walk into that meeting talking about I want to be a Nomad, bro, you might have to fight your way out of there. Or you might not come out of there with the keys to your motorcycle. It can be interesting because they would look at that as an insult. Like, what are you trying to say? You new cats here, and you haven't done your research into what we got going on, what this thing really. And to me, it's kind of sad because you are doing your research. You're calling our channels and you're trying to find out. You're calling the content creators, those of us who hold ourselves out to be experts in this. So it's I wanted to add that clarification for you so that you would understand that no, you're not walking in there talking about I want to be a Nomad motorcycle club. I want to start a Nomad chapter. We're Nomads. Just like you walking in there saying I want to put a state on my back, and or you walking there saying I'm going to put a diamond on my chest. That's going to immediately escalate to a level that you're going to have to be prepared to compete in. And if all you're trying to do is ride American motorcycles with you and your homies that are all with the carnival, this is not even a discussion you want to have. You know, when we think about Nomads, a lot of things that the creator said are absolutely true. Like, you know, you got that patch showing up in places, and a lot of things that guys don't know is that you get qualified, you get vetted when you come into a new area and you got your patches on. We look at these patches to determine where folks are from. And like you might be riding across the country or you might show up someplace, and when you get there, there might be a 1% or a coalition member or a support club, and they pick up the phone, they make a call. You don't even know this is happening. And they've already made a call to your home state and verified you. And if that has happened because you have the right setup on, the right patches on, you've been verified, you've been blessed, you've been covered, and you don't even know that happened. The guy gets up and walks past you, and you don't even know that you've been vetted and everything has been handled. But if you don't have the right stuff on, now you got somebody standing at your table talking about, hey, man, we need to step outside and have a conversation. And you never know how those conversations could end. So this is why you want to be righteous in what you do. And let's just talk about the traveling thing. And there are so many different ways to know how to travel across country and make sure that your colors are okay where you go. And as you start doing this, and as you start getting out there, and making friends, like pick up the phone and say, hey, man, we're going to be in New Orleans. Look up some clubs over there. Ask some folks you know. Call those clubs. Hey, man, we're going to come over there and hang out. We want to make sure everything. And once you start making these friendships, once you start hanging out with these people and getting known in your motorcycle club getting known, you won't have any problems going back. And people will hang out with you and they'll mess with you. Hey, man, them guys get on their motorcycles. They ride. They've been to our functions. They've come hang out with us. So you make friends. You get your chapter known. It's just a really cool thing. And people respect and love folks that show up in their town on iron, speaking the right language, looking to fellowship, looking to be one, looking to enjoy this incredible culture wrapped around people who have created brotherhoods, families, extended families, in some cases sisterhoods, wrapped around this passion, this insatiable passion to ride on top of some iron, on top of two wheels, getting the bugs in your teeth if you're not in a helmet state, and the wind in your face, the rain on your brow, the smell of the wheat as you ride past with your motorcycle just as rumbling 2x2 in the pack with your brothers riding next to you, peg to peg, nut to butt, with the back wheels just about touching somebody, the front wheels just about touching the guy's back wheels in front of you. It's immaculate. It's an incredible feeling, and it's one you deserve to have. But make it easy on yourself. Get the knowledge of what it is that you're trying to do, and that's what we're supposed to be trying to create for you. I'm Black Dragon. I have been in this lifestyle since 1989, I believe, is the first time I stepped foot in San Diego, California. I'm the former national president of the Mighty Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club Nation, which I served as the national president for almost 10 years. And I, in that capacity, opened up chapters from coast to coast around the United States of America and have seen just about every kind of situation, both good and bad, you can see when opening up chapters. So take my word for it. You don't want to walk in any place talking about I'm opening up a Nomad chapter or a Nomad MC. Though that's just not the terminology you want to use. All right, listen. You can get us on Black Dragon Biker TV on YouTube, Instagram, and Snapchat. Instagram and TikTok. And if you want to get me on Facebook, it's Black Dragon Biker. Our online news magazine is bikerliberty.com, and our podcast that you can get anywhere, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spotify. That is The Dragon's Lair, L-A-I-R, The Dragon's Lair, not Dragon Slayer or not Dragon's Layer, like layers, but The Dragon's Lair, Motorcycle Chaos. That's our podcast. And listen, about 3 times a week we do news, and then we do videos like this and protocol videos and biker travel, lifestyle. We do the rest of the week. So we do news about 3 times a week, and then we do all this other stuff the rest of the week. So we ask that you come over to Black Dragon Biker TV, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, and check us out, man. We have a Discord server. If you want to get on our Discord server, all you got to do is check the description below, and we will show you how to use the Discord server. And if you have any questions, man, I'd love to know maybe what some of your experiences have been opening up a club. What are some of the things that you may have seen, and some of the advice you would give to this good man who's looking to get his chapter up. Some of you might have motorcycle clubs and be part of a carnival or whatever. So write in and give this guy some advice. Let us know. Put it on the comment section below and let us know what you think. We'd love to hear that. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. I'd love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. I'm Black Dragon. I'd like to say thanks for tuning in, and get skinny, and stand by for this important message from our sponsor. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.